The country is in a complete state, we know that. But as sad as it is, it's great to see someone come out and say it on national television. We're going to check out a short clip of a 100-year-old World War II veteran speaking the truth on the state of Britain and what remembrance means to him. He spoke on Good Morning, so we're just going to show that small little clip there. We'll then break it down. Remember, as always, comment below what your thoughts are. Let's have a look.
The result that it is now.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
What do you mean by that, though? At this point?
What we fought for, and what we fought for was our freedom. We find that even now it's darn sight worse than what it was when I fought for it.
Once again, as sad as it is to see that, it's great to hear him speak the truth on national television so people can actually hear it. This is a guy that went through hell and back to fight for himself, his family and his country. And you've got them on there sort of questioning him. Why is he saying that? As if he shouldn't be saying that. It's obvious, isn't it? Look at the raise the colours. You can't even raise your own flag now. The flag that he fought for, that his friends, their coffins were draped in. The flag that he would have wore on his uniform, that I wore my uniform and so many before him and after him, to fight for our freedom, to fight for democracy, to fight for fairness, to live safely in your own country. And what have we got? Raise the colours. You can't raise your own flag now without someone calling you racist, or it means something else. No, people just want to be patriotic and proud of their country. What do we have now? We have politicians and other people in the country trying to purposely cause division, purposely trying to cause violence. Then your freedoms are being taken away from you. You know, may seems simple, but when it comes to all the CCTV, facial recognition, digital IDs, tracking this, tracking that, let's go cashless society. Violence, knife crime is just out of hands. We're mostly one of, if not the worst country in Europe, I believe, by statistics for knife crime, terror attacks. Then you got people going on about the two-tier policing. Hurty words, you now don't have free speech online. This is what people fought for. This is what he fought for, his friends fought for, and millions of people made the ultimate sacrifice. And you say something, you know, you give your opinion online now, the police are going knocking at your door, you're going to be arrested and you're going to be sent to jail. It's just the incompetence that we've got now as well. Look at our current government, the Prime Minister. Look at the accidental releases we've had from prison. Our current government can't even provide safety to its British citizens. So we've got prisoners being released early. We've got a massive, massive illegal migration issue. We've got cost of living crisis. Politicians are there now just to pocket their own, just make money for their own pockets. That's all they're doing it for. They're not there because they want to do good for the people, be the speaker of the people, because that's what they're there for, because they don't listen to us. When people put ideas forward, or when they put an idea forward and million people say, look, we don't want that, let's vote for it, let's have a referendum, or please can we have a petition to stop this, they just go ahead with it anyway. The current government have just lied through their whole manifesto. We know for a fact in this autumn budget that taxes are going to go up. Even though that was the biggest part of their manifesto, is that taxes are not going to go up. Aston Villa game. People can't even turn up to a football match now without being terrorised by certain groups, without being threatened or being fearful. Schools were closing early for a football game. Because a football game was going on, schools had to close early because they were fearful for the children, the protests and the riots that may have and did happen. And this is what he fought for and his friends fought for. And even after that, when you go through the Falklands, the first Gulf War, second, Afghanistan, They fought so we could have free speech, so we could have democracy, so that we could live safely in our own country. And now you can't do that. And his words couldn't be more true. And even now, just with respect, you know, I was walking around town today and it was great to see you had RAF cadets, you had army cadets, and you have some of the reserves and regular soldiers. They were out and about, you know, trying to raise money for the British Legion, you know, trying to give out poppies. And I was actually looking around. Barely anyone was wearing a poppy. It's like it's just forgive and forget now. You know, thank you. Yeah, cool, cheers, you made a sacrifice. Let's forget about it now. It was, you know, a long time ago, but it wasn't. It's still the wars that we've been fighting up until today. The sacrifice was made. You see young kids today, they just don't show respect to their elders. They don't show respect to the police. They don't show respect to anyone. You've got people fighting to get the British Army gone, to get rid of it. Even politicians, we don't need a British Army. We don't need an armed forces. He's 100. He's seen it, been there, done it, got the t-shirts, got the lot. Seen more hell than the majority of people do in their lifetime. And he's come on national TV, and they most probably thought he was going to say something nice about remembrance. But he's come and said the sacrifice was not worth it. The sacrifice of going to hell, the sacrifice of seeing your friends die right next to you. Not just a few. They would have seen it pretty much nearly every day, every week. They would have lost someone they knew because it was that bad. Because someone was trying to take away our freedom. And do you know what's happening now? It's just happening behind closed doors. They're just secretly, quietly trying to do it. Why is it now that women and young girls just can't, you know, don't feel safe walking down the street in their own country? They don't feel safe going out at night. Can't go to a football game safe. You can't go on a train without being fearful. Can't get on a bus without being fearful. That is not the country that these people fought for. And it needs to change. It needs to change. But it's great to see him speak the truth. It really is. It really is great to see him speak the truth. But I would love to know your thoughts on this. Is Britain more divided than ever? Is it unsafe? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Because, you know, obviously you've got reform coming in. But the last election, let's be honest, it was basically don't vote or vote for the best liar. And it looked like Keir Starmer was the best liar because I don't think he stuck to anything in his manifesto. And then when he does get questioned on issues, he just blames it on the previous government. Big shout to this guy here. Thank you for all you've done. Thank you to all of you and your friends. We need to see a massive change in this country. We need to see a massive change. So remember, keep fighting. We don't condone violence. So just stand up, be patriotic, stick with your traditions. You know, I am still very proud of our country, but you know, I fought for this country, I served for this country, and the British Army instills, you know, patriotism and tradition in you. But this isn't the country we want to be living in. Something does need to change. How do we do that? We keep fighting, we keep pushing back, keep speaking up. Remember, we used to be the silent majority, we now need to be the loud majority. Stay patriotic. Stick with your traditions. Be proud of where you come from. Be proud of where you live. Raise those flags. And continue on. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.